Hi, my name is Kim Baker and I'm President and CEO of Kentucky Performing Arts. We may be shut in, but the arts are not shut down. That's why we're happy to bring you KPA at Home. KPA at Home showcases local and regional artists, connects artists with their audiences, and provides paying gigs for performers whose livelihood has been impacted by COVID-19. We want to thank Brown-Forman for their support of this series and for all they do to keep the arts alive in our community. We hope you enjoy the show, are healthy and hopeful, and we look forward to the day we can be together again. Thank you.
Good evening.
Hello.
We are Rannygazoo. Oh, it's higher. Yeah, this is how the learning curve works for us. Where things are, and we present to you tonight from our usual century-old-ish era of song selection. Particularly a lot of songs about sketchy women. A favorite topic of ours. I've done my share of research, present company
Included.
accepted. I'll let you do that. That's fine. But this first one speaks a little more to, I don't know, the current predicament, quite by accident.
Quite by accident.
Quite by accident, as it was written circa 1933 for a brilliant musicale picture spectacular called Moonlight and Pretzels. Shall we?
We shall.
Okay. You make time and you make love dandy. You make swell molasses candy. But honey, are you making any money? That's all I want to know. You make fun and you could make trouble. Make mistakes, well that goes double. But honey, are you making any money? That's all I want to know. You make dates and you make trains. I can get that through my head. It's a cinch in a pinch that you could make breakfast, even make the bed. You make good when you make a promise. No, I'm not a doubting Thomas. But honey, are you making any money? That's all I want to know.
You gotta hand it to the fair sex, they're anything but slow. They're revolutionizing romance, each Romeo should know. They don't want to hear about the moonlight or the flowers or the spring. Here's a little question they will ask you when you flash that famous ring.
You make time and you make love dandy. You make swell molasses candy. But honey, are you making any money? That's all I want to know. You make fun and you could make trouble. Make mistakes, well that goes double. But honey, are you making any money? That's all I want to know. You make dates and you make trains. I can get that through my head. It's a cinch in a pinch that you could make breakfast, even make the bed. You make good when you make a promise. No, I'm not a doubting Thomas. But honey, are you making any money? That's all I want to know. But honey, are you making any money? That's all I want to know. That's all from MG for this set.
Thanks. You want to check what the people are saying to us?
Yes, I will check what the
case
people are
it's
saying to
anything
us. Oh, the
they can
talent,
hear
oh,
us
the
or not.
light. Yes, people are. Kathy Colliver seems happy, and if Kathy Colliver is happy, then
Then we're
everyone's
all
happy.
happy.
I'm going to take just a half a second to share this on our own fancy page
That's a good
because
idea.
this allows us. See, sorry to bring work home, everyone. But what this means is that, oh, look, there we are live, and now I'm watching myself live sharing a thing
It's very
that I'm actually
meta.
doing right now. Oh, except it won't let me because Facebook is, and I say this aware that I'm on the platform itself. Go on and put your hand in front of my face again.
Just presume I've mouthed whatever you would like to.
We probably should mention, though, the other reason that we're on here today is because
Yes.
Kentucky Performing Arts.
Yes, sponsored
is-
by Brown-Forman, is kindly wrangling a bunch of artists together one a night.
And that is what you do with artists, wrangle them, I think.
I think it's fair.
So this next song, I'm going to roll back a little bit. So for those of you who don't know us as Rannygazoo, when we are in these silly outfits and singing this music, what we're doing is actually singing music from the Prohibition era. So most of our songs were written somewhere between about 1915 and the early 1930s. This next one is a little sweet.
Yes, it's important.
Cute.
And mathematical.
And mathematical. He's sitting down today, and I actually have little flat shoes on, so you can't get the full effect of how the song usually works. But I guess you'll figure it out.
That sounds like they're missing some fantastic choreography.
No.
We just stand next to each other. However, a bit of math involved is 6 feet, which I would think is a handy bit of distance to remind yourself of right about now. Yes?
Yeah, good point.
Fair?
Fair.
So I will play it now.
Okay, please do.
I wasn't quick at arithmetic when I went to school. Adding and subtraction drove me to distraction. I never made the 7th grade. Still, I'm not a fool, 'cause there's one little sum at which I'm not so dumb. At 6 feet a papa, 5 feet a mama, you get 11, but I get heaven, 'cause that 6 feet a papa belongs to me. If you think I'm lying, try multiplying 6 feet of blisses times 50 kisses every night we're rehearsing. The answer you see. I've had sweeties 4 feet 4. Now I've got me 2 feet more. Does he thrill me through and through? You can bet your boo-ba-doo at 6 feet a papa, 5 feet a mama. You get 11, but I get heaven, 'cause that 6 feet a papa belongs to me. At a kiss,
you'll find out your answer's
your
bliss.
answer's bliss.
Don't count our kisses.
Why? Just 'cause we can't count that high. At 6 feet a papa, 5 feet a mama. You get 11, but I get heaven, 'cause that 6 feet a papa belongs to me. Sweet, sweet stuff. That 6 feet of papa belongs to me.
Thanks.
Thanks for that indulgence.
I hope they're enjoying it.
That's one of those songs that the lack of the lack of audience response audible to us is utterly meaningless, because it's one that we are doing 86 to 92% for our own entertainment.
It's true. It's true.
This whole enterprise, Michigas, started as a personal form of entertainment as we sat quietly at first in our houses. We received from Abigail's mother, due to her trashy singing lineage.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do have a long line of trashy singing gals in my family.
I think it's fair to say broads.
Broads, yeah, it works.
Yeah, no, I think the definition. But we received a pile of her grandmother's sheet music from her mother, and we started playing them and singing them around the house. And our very supportive neighbors, I point
Over
because they're over there, because we're at home, said, that really sounds really like specifically something that what you guys are doing is so you should take it away on the road, like so out places, which I thought was lovely of them. And so we did for a time until, of course, now their wishes have returned to them. So I hope they're enjoying it over there.
This one.
This next song is from 1921. We dedicate it sincerely to all of our bartender and waitstaff at bar friends who are currently sitting at home.
That's
or
right.
possibly are just pre-mixing Boulevardiers by the gallon. Or in the case of the Mai Kai in Fort Lauderdale, these pitchers, these like milk jugs of jet pilots that they're making available, if you can go and pick them up, which we cannot. Sadly, and they won't mail them.
No.
Can you imagine how much support the United States Postal Service would be getting right now in its time of need if I could have a jug of a spiced jet pilot? It's the drink, not the actual.
I think we
mails to
should
me.
start like a bucket brigade and get people to pass off jugs of jet pilots for us all the way from Fort Lauderdale, hand to hand.
We
Or,
would accept that.
like porch to porch.
Well, right, yeah,
Drop
not
it
hand
off
to
on a
hand.
stoop,
Yes,
and
heavens,
someone
you
else can
can't
pick it up from the
expect
stoop.
that
and-
sort of nonsense. Anyway, this particular song is probably appreciated most by people who spend their time poking through books of random old drink recipes, because there are several lost, forgotten brands and cocktails in this. Now, nothing makes a joke like that buried in its lyrics. Nothing makes a joke like that funnier than, of course, to footnote it visually while we do this. We should note, on behalf of ourselves, Kentucky Performing Arts, and Brown-Forman, this is a noun that we hold up here before you to note, to annotate the appearance of various lost and forgotten cocktails and brands that are peppered throughout the lyrics of this song's double entendre. It's not a verb from our end. If you decide to interpret it as a verb, it's after 8 o'clock. It's perfectly reasonable.
And I don't think you're driving anywhere.
I sincerely doubt it. But we cannot be held responsible for anything you do while interpreting such a way. So, gadabouts of nowadays all spend their winter holidays way down old Bimini way. Men of Wall Street, big and haughty, grow a trifle gay and naughty way down on Bimini Bay. When men talk honeymooning today, they all rave about Bimini Bay. They say, come and spoon with me beneath the julep tree down old Bimini way. Hear the cockatiels calling, come to Bimini Bay. Sweet orange blossoms await you down yonder, where they say absinthe will make every loving heart grow fonder. There's a shady nook by a sunny brook where the green river flows. There we'll spend our days and we'll try to raise Tom and Jerry's, who knows? Each night we'll sample our private stock, wind up the cat and put out the clock. Oh, by Jiminy, won't you come with me down to Bimini Bay? There's magic in the moon that makes December seem like June way down old Bimini way. Count the stars if you are able in the skies, or on a label way down on Bimini Bay. Palm trees waving so friendly at you, and each tree that you see looks like two to you. There's a rickety tree by the Hennessy down old Bimini way. All the folks are good mixers down on Bimini Bay. You love that topical, tropical island. Topicals and alcohol. The moon shines bright every night in that lovely rock and rye land. Oh, by Hickory, it's so lickery down on Bimini Bay. And of late I've heard every wise old bird will be flying that way. Calvert used to have these ads with an owl on them. Maybe. You'll find that's where the good lawyers are, and how they practice at every bar. Oh, by Jiminy, won't you come with me down to Bimini Bay? A major 7. Onward.
I like that one.
This fine.
And before we do this, I need a little
take a
sip
sip.
of water.
This may require just the slightest bit of explanation. These are 3 songs, 3 and 1, 3,
Count 'em.
that have nothing to do with each other and were written by different songwriters in different years, but they all share in common the rather lazy rhyme that is the name Mary Green. Is there continuity of character in this particular?
Have we tried to shove some in?
Perhaps. Let's not say shove some in, as say the juxtaposition makes the viewer's mind make its own conclusions. It's part of being human, attaching, creating a narrative where none exists. We blame the weather on our mood. So why not blame the story of Mary Green's horrifying and illegitimate downfall on your filthy minds and not on anything we might do beyond just sing 3 songs in a row that have nothing to do with each other? Shall we?
Sure.
Sweet Mary Green, just 17, was just as green as her name. Seems she never really knew what a hug and kiss could do. Though she was slow, she found a beau, and he made love right away in the 1920 sense. Her friends asked her all about it, and they heard Mary say,
When he put his head on my shoulder, I thought I'd die. When he got a wee little bolder, I thought I'd die. Gee, but I was excited when he petted my cheek. I thought I had invited known that he must be the reason us girls leave home. When he raved about my attractions, I thought I'd die. When he put his words into actions, oh me, oh my. Even though he was so true-hearted, it was time, really time, we parted. But when he said that he just got started,
Oh, it's reconnected. That's good. I was just checking. I'll pause and make a key change. I am just a bashful boy in love with Mary Green. She is really the sweetest gal that I have ever seen. I've always lacked the courage to even squeeze her tight, but I've resolved to do my stuff when I see her tonight. I'm gonna give it to Mary with love. I got something that she's fondest of. No, I know that she has had it before. Mary's a gal that all the fellas adore. I'll let her take it right in her hand, 'cause I know that she'll stroke it so grand. And like Jack and Jill, we'll both get a thrill when I give it to Mary with love. That little kitten that I am giving to Mary with love. I'm gonna give it to Mary with love. She's my sweet little cute turtle dove. Now about big packages, she's always been keen. She'll say when I give it, it's the finest she's seen. I'll let her put it right where it belongs. She'll think of it long after I'm gone. And like Cleo and Mark, we'll spoon in the park when I give it to Mary with love. That pearly necklace that I'm giving to Mary with love. I'm gonna give it to Mary with love. When I do it, I might need a shove, 'cause you see I'm so bashful and shy. I'm afraid she's taking it from some other guy. Oh, but I want to be your number one man. I want to give it the best that I can. I'll be daring, dashing. She's my passion, and I'll give it to Mary with love. That little diamond that I'm giving to Mary with love. Mary Green, 17, mother's only child, mother's cross just because Mary's running wild. Sits and spoons afternoons with the boy next door. Mother says you mustn't do it, and Mary starts to roar.
I'm gonna do it if I like it, and I like it. I'll let him hold me, though you scold me when I'm through. I hate to make Mother and Dad so terribly mad, but there are times
worries so. More and more each day, Mary flirts and it hurts more than he can say. She enjoys vamping boys with her roguish eyes. When he begs her, please don't do it, she looks at him and cries.
I'm gonna do it if I like it, and I like it. I'll let him hold me, though you scold me, then I'm through. I hate to make mother and dad so terribly mad, but there are times when it's good to be bad. I'm gonna, and I like it. A little is so pleasing when you're blue. And since the boy next door first realized I'd let him kiss me, well, you'd be surprised. I'm gonna do it if I like it, and I do.
And amongst the rest of the
Yep.
evening's self-indulgences
Today,
have, of course, been our the glorious, slightly flat-found Marlena note at the end.
I don't know why it pleases me so much to
Because
be
it
just
makes me laugh,
painfully.
you know
yeah,
how.
that's true.
that was dedicated to what? Darlene and Jonathan Edwards. Thank you.
And a little
If you
bit,
know, you know.
and a little bit to Carly Stotts.
And a little bit to Carly Stotts. Is she out there, I wonder?
I hope so.
I mean, I know she's out there. I know perfectly
Yes,
well she's
yes.
out there. I don't know.
Well, she's in her house, I think.
Well, that was plenty. I mean, honestly, I think you have already had a difficult day. You've suffered enough. In a general way, not just in the last 26 minutes. But, then I like to think that this is sort of like one of those, what we do is like one of those really complicated yoga poses that hurts while you're in it. And then when you get out of it, when it stops, you're like, oh, everything feels much better now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing that anymore. It's a lot like that. Yeah. What? An encore.
What? We're not at all prepared for that.
We've got kind of a busy night ahead of us. What with changing into pajamas and all. I
guess
No,
we
I mean,
could
I suppose we don't really
do one
have
more.
anything prepared. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This one is from 1936, late for us, really, being technically post-Prohibition, right into the smack of the Great Depression, or as we're probably going to be calling it soon, the First Depression. Yeah? Mm-hmm. It was written specifically for the great and subtle Mae West, who, one of the first big hits she had was a Broadway play called Sex, in the mid-1920s. She had learned the delicate art of subtlety in her titles later on. This was from a movie she wrote the screenplay to called Goin' to Town. An innocent phrase.
Totally innocent.
And this song was written by Sammy Fain and Irving Kahal for her to sing in that film. We have never toured with a separate instrumentalist outside of the two of us because they require payment. And so instead I will take that on if it becomes necessary. It is necessary, you're right. Are we ready? Shall we make it filthy?
Let's do
and
it.
then leave them wanting
more.
less?
Yes. Gals, take a little lesson from me. You're bound to be okay. I'm not the gal that I used to be. I had to change my way. This is just the start of my story. Here is what I wanted to say. I used to put my heart and soul in my dancing to keep that wolf from the door. Now I'm a lady, don't have to dance no more. I flirt with handsome men, ask them no questions. I met the best and the worst. Now I'm a lady, I see their pedigrees first. Let me say, there was many a boyfriend that knew me when, but today they're the guys in the army of my forgotten men. I used to play around without any conscience, broke hearts left and right. Now I'm a lady, I've learned to be more polite. Every time I look in the mirror, all these lines in my face getting clearer. The past is gone, it went by like dusk to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got their dues in life to pay. Places. I've made my plan. Heidi-ho, love is dealing me aces. I've gotten my man. Now step by step I hit the top of the ladder. It was a dangerous climb. Now come up and see me sometime. Come up and see me sometime. Thank you.
Thank you all.
And thanks to KPA.
We have been Rannygazoo. We are, as has probably been posted below, available if you are so inclined to tip in the jar at Venmo, Patreon, or Ko-Fi under @Rannygazoo. Thank you again, yes, to Kentucky Performing Arts and to Brown-Forman for making all this possible. Tune in again to their page tomorrow night at 8 o'clock and every night after that for a couple of weeks to see someone brand spanking new. Thank you all very much.